はい、ということで続きやっていきましょう。そうですね、この先の町というか城みたいなとこ入れないので、迂回していきましょうというところですね。でもさっき見たら入れなさそうだったけど、どうやって入るんだろう。普通に押して入るとかじゃないよね。入れるんだ。入れるんだ。じゃあさっき入ってよ。そしたら
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
そんな大きくないな。まあ行ける範囲がそんな大きくないだけか。なんか惣菜代は集めてるけど、なんか使う機会が全然ないんだよな。装備更新させてくんないから。これは開くんかな。これは開かないんだ。
Not abandoned then.
嘘。
Oi! Visitors!
野党ああ、誰もいなくなったからそこの物資を
We'll show ourselves out.
取ろうとしてたのか。まだいんの？挟み撃ち。わあ、魔法使えるわ。野党で魔法使いとかなんか面白いな。ちゃんとバランス組んでる。めんどくさいから一発かましましょう。開幕。で、もうなんか適当にロックオンして、損こして、これも使っちゃって、瞬殺。まあスキルはね、なんか、お
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
おお。
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
知り合い？
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
ごめん、覚えてないわ。
Founder, it really is you.
物覚え悪いから覚えてないわ。ウェイト、ウェイト。一緒に、小さい時に一緒に、なんか旅したやつ、モルボルとかと
We can speak
戦った
inside.
時の。違うかな。あってっかな。でもなんか、こういう傭兵系でキャラが立ってるやつって限られてるから、そんな感じがするな。
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us.
なんかごめんな、お前の仲間ちょっとボコボコにしちゃった
And
け
we
ど、
banded together to form the Guardians of
特
the
になん
Flame
か
soon after.
そこは
Alas,
気にしてないんだな。
there is only so
あれ
much
死んで
a
たかもしれない。
handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home.
まあでも母ちゃんがなんでベアラーをそこまでなんか恨んでるのかわかんないですけど、嫌ってるのかがわからないですね。なんか理由はあるんだろうけど、先民主義的ななんか高潔な血しか認めないみたいな。
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
珍しく同じ思想の仲間ができましたね。ようやくなんかこう勢力拡大というか、今まで作戦本部もこの結局クライブとジルしかいなかったからな、ほぼ。
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
でも今パッと思い出したけど、あれだな、この王子とかお姫様が主人公の場合、大体国が崩壊するとか、なんかこうクーデターが起きるとかで、なんかこう追放されたりして、でもう一回国を立て直すみたいな物語 RPG 多いですよね。なんかちょっと前にやったオクトバストラベラーの主人公もそんなのがね言いましたね。
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
あ、一応死んでなかったんだ。手加減したんだ。でもあんな炎でボコボコにしたけど。あ、魔法使いいたな。これクライブやったやつやろ。この怪我具合。ごめんな。意外に重傷者がいたな。
What is it you require?
いや、買うものが何もないんだよな。こんだけ買う必要がないってことは、なんか後で一気に使えそうだな、お金とか。
Of course, my lord.
お、何これ。これ持ってないな。ちょっと持っとくか。どれぐらいだろう。50個ぐらいでいいか。
Will that be all?
これはリミットブレイクの増加量。
I will be here should you need aught
売れるもん
else.
があるだろう。結構あるな。満足通貨がやっぱ
It
金にな
has
るな。
been an honor. Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
ちょっとジル笑ってんじゃないあれ。
You haven't changed a bit.
細かい表情つけてるな。
The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
なるほどね。まあある意味こっちの
Now make ready for battle.
まあ雑魚傭兵を使って敵の強い部隊を陽動してこっちの主戦力で
Thank you, Sir Wade.
叩くと。
Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them
ま
peace.
あただそう簡単にい
Putting
く
an
かっちゅう
end
話
to
で
the
す
Black
ね。
Shields.
And so we shall.
ゲスト。あ、投稿してくれないと。まあね、ワープできちゃうもんね。で、行き先はさっきの、違うな、戻るのか。ここがさっきなんか正面から入れなかったもんね。こっから戻ってくんだ。ゲスト、ステータスとか見れるのかな。あ、でもなんかワンコも強くなってんな。あ、見れないんだ。まあ、むしろジルすらも見れないんだ。アビリティ2670。お、これ変えるぞ。だって火力4だもんね。このなんか衝撃波いらないんだよな。まあ、囲まれたりしたらいいかもしれないけど。だからこっち外して、こっち取るか。まあ、それか、いよいよこれを最終強化するか。一番使ってるやつですね。いや、でも1個強化するより絶対種類増やした方がいいな。これだな。おお、強化。まあ、対ボス用だよね。で、まあ、これは使わないようにしよう。なので、三角が強攻撃だから、これをこっちにして、同じく強攻撃のをこっちにすると。これで火力上がるでしょう。いやー、ために貯めたやつを使っちゃったな、ついに。
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention.
寄り道せずにこのまま行きますか。なんかチョコボ乗れんのかな。なんだっけ、もう一人のやつ乗っとるわ。ちゃんと乗ってるわ。 難民か。さっきいなかったぞやな。
Come along now. We'll find another bridge.
Bastards are lucky.
There they are.
いるね。
On your command,
あ
my
あ、さっきの
lord.
広場のとこか。
Straight home now.
さて、まあ、開幕転生の炎は使っていきたいね。戦うなら。
What is it now? I told you. We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the
な
Flame.
正面から
You
いや
presume
先
to
制
tell
攻撃
us
した方が良かったんじゃないの？
that
気
a
づいてない
pair
間
of
に。
filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might
魔
of
法
the
使い
Black
2人いるな。
Shields. Then come, die along with your flame.
いきますか。
Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here.
開幕かまして。
On these
いや
our
だいぶやられ
swords
て
we
る。
swear.
あれ。
Bloody hell.
お、追加。
Even to fight their battle for them.
お、ワイバン。おい、使おう。早速。
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
もうリス狩りしてくれ。おお。スキルもう使いまくって一気に。あ、
A noble stand,
このゲームあれだな。
a misguided one.
大体なんか最後に竜騎士出してくる
You
な。
have but proven
3回目だよね
our
これ。
point that this
ちょっとでも
land
スキルのリキャストがまずいな。大盤振る舞いしすぎ
of
て。
cleansing.
最終休み。っていうか、ないじゃん。体力が。おだ。入って。で。
I've heard talk of
一気にテイクダウンいけるかな。だ。これで白ゲージも回復して。
So wait.
なん
No one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
you mean finish him.
あーやばい。もう一回来てたか。2回来んのか。ダブルジャンプって言ってる。大体で回復。 ザコやってくれたんだね。ちょっと苦戦しちゃったけど、いやーでもスキル切り替えるのが難しいな。リキャストタイムもチラチラ見ながら切り替えるの難しいわ。またもちょうどレベル上がって体力戻りましたと。お、装備が結構手に入った。装備だよねこれ。さすがに能力上がりそうな装備じゃない。まあでもジルたちがザコやってくれるのは助かるね。
Nor do I. That worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my
ガ
mother
ル
will
ーダ
take
の
this
ね
loss well. She'll
カウ
move
ンター
swiftly
が
to see her minions'
難
ranks
しいな。
replenished.
And
当
then
てる
it
こ
will
と自
all
体は
begin
簡単なん
again.
だけど、こう準備するまでが大変かな。
I often
ガルー
wonder
ダ
if
に
the
切り
nation
替え
we once
て
knew is gone
敵の
for
攻
good.
撃を待つっていうところ
Her people
が
will
相手
starve.
の攻撃の
We
いいタイ
battled
ミン
to
グで
preserve the
できて
flame
ればいいん
that
だけど、
was, but for every foe we fell,
ただそれを
another
待
springs
ってる
up in its
と
place.
こっち攻撃できる隙あるのにしないみたいな
Yet
感
be
じ
that as
で
it may,
火
it
力
is
が出
still
せない
our
みたいな。
home, and we must fight for it.
だからな
As
ん
we
か
always
本
have,
当は
and
どんな
always will.
召喚獣モードに
For
切
as
り替え
long
て
as the
も
Firebird's flame
あのガルーダ
burns
の
in
カウン
our
ター
hearts,
が
the
打てる
duchy cannot die.
ボタンみたい
And
なのが
her
用意
loyal
されてれば
subjects
だい
may
ぶ
dream
難易
of
度
a day
下がる
when
か
the
な。
Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
だからそこら辺がなんかちょっとめんどくさいから結局回避に頼っちゃうっていう
Think we should fall back to Porter's Alder before
感
the
じになるか
garrison
な。回
sends
避はどの
reinforcements?
モードでも使える
A
から
sound strategy, my lord.
でそれの方が結構安定するというか、なんかこうミスが起きにくい。スキルを切り替えたりなんかアイコン見てるっていうのでミスと火力が落ちてるみたいなイメージかな。被弾もでもなんかそこら辺の難易度調整が加味されてるとなるとちょっと他の人はどうかもしれんどうかわかんないけど、
And how
まあ
long
俺的には
has
ちょっ
my
とスト
uncle
レス
been
かな。
funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after
切
forming
り
the
替えるの
Guardian.
もスキルのうちっていう
And
の
had
は
I
も
known
うも
of
ちろ
his
んある
talent
けど、
back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
なんか
I suppose a formal request
それ
for
っ
an
て
audience
敵と
would have
戦
appeared
ってる
suspicious.
And appearances
難易
must
度じゃ
be
ないんだよな。
maintained.
自分
Were the
の
Vice
なんか
Regency
こ
to
う
catch wind of Lord
自分
Byron's
の能力の
involvement
難
in
易度
our
なんだよね。
movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
とまあなんやか
I
んや
might
で
have something which could help with the latter.
本丸を倒してなん
It's
か
the
くれ
mark of
た。
the Guardians.
あ、
Display it, and
出た。
those who love
信頼の
Rosaria
証。
will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again.
でもこう考えるとジルとクレイブのなんかこう成長物語にもなってるよ
Or the Lord
な。
Commander.
一回国でバラバラになった人と再会して
If there is ever anything you need.
I know.
成長の姿を改めてこう客観的に見てもらえるっていう。なんかプレイヤーはずっとジルとかクレイブとかといるから成長っていうのを改めてこう振り返ることがあんまりないんだけど、久しぶりに会った NPC が言うと、あ、 確かに昔に比べていろいろできること増えたり大人になったよねみたいなのを思い起こさせてもらえますね。
Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
どんだけゴツゴツ言わしてんで。
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
さすがに
Clive Rosfield died
あ
long
気づ
ago.
かないんだ。
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
ここであれ信頼の証じゃないんだ。なるほど、戦ってあれあ、そっか、剣取られたのか。
Mock me as well.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
そう見えたか。
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge
あれ泣いてる。
once more.
Bravo, uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
ジルも構ってあげて。
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
ジルは合ってないのかな、このおじさんとジルは。
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. Right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
本格
So
的
you
な
believe us then?
海
About
に
everything?
行けるのか渡れんのか。
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim.
そうだね、
Until
鉄
tonight,
の
only a fool would have believed
国
my
に
nephew
行く
still
ために
lived.
海を渡りたかったんだ。
Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
でも母ちゃんが裏切って、まあ、
One thing I cannot believe
粛清を進めているけど、
being Sid. You were always such a good
なんか
boy.
こ
Now you're quite
う
the
ロザリア
outlaw.
公国のこのクレイブ一家っていうのかね、クレイブの側近も含めて
Outlaw's uncle.
そっちは処分しなかったんだね、このバイロン
Who
含
shall
め
we
て。
pillage first?
なんかやるならとことん周りのやつも同時にやるっていう
This will be
ことをまあ
fun.
やりそうだけどな。まあ、ジルもそうだよ。まあ、ジルは気づかれてなかったっていうのもあるかもしれんから。違うとこに捕まっちゃってたもんな。でももう十分噂は広まってるような気もするけど。
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
っていうか黒の騎士
Once
に
outfitted, she'll bear us across
戦っ
the
てる
boiling
時
sea
点で
to
なん
trust
か
us in the space of 3 days.
情報は言ってそうだけどね。
Something on your mind?
ここのカメラワークいいっすね。ボ
Monsters.
ケを使った。
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
ジルって右目の下と左目のもっと下にほくろがあるんだな。アップになって初めてわかるな。細かいな。ちょっとしたシミじゃないけどほくろだよね、あれはね。
I must atone for my sins.
ほんのちっちゃい薄めのやつですけ
When
ど、
it's done, will the monster
肌
cease
の
to be?
質感が非常にいいですね。
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, the Let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
いやもうちょっとなんかしようよ。抱きつくとかさ。まだ進まねえなこの二人なんかは。あ、もうこのポートイズ違うな、こっち行くのか。あ、一回隠れ家に戻るんだ。ここ違うな、どこだ目的地って最終的な。わからん。これじゃないのかな。ここだよね、鉄の国って。まあいいや。新商品入荷じゃない、さすがに。
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
ビビアンから話を聞こう。手紙も来ました。新しいクエストもあります。そんなもんか。まあ、ちょっといろいろ回収してきますかね。
A sea voyage this time, is it?
Typical nobles.
このプラスはなんだ？
There are new billets being posted every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself.
ブラッ
And if
ク
I'm honest,
ゾ
he
ー
ain't
ン。
been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff.
ブラ
I'm
ック
thinking
ソ
he
ーン
might
か
if。we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
まあいいですけど。
Fine.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to...
Alright, now, he'll only smell. Wait a bit.
名声を上げるってことか。新商品いないですか？もぐりさんいないですか？あれなんでプラスアイコンだったんだろう。サブクエがいつもだったら緑のびっくりマークだけど、先にプラスいくか。あれ鍛冶屋がブラックソーンって言うんだ。もしやなんか武器作りに関わるクエストか。
First August. What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that I thought...
I told you.
Clive just wants to talk to him. Please, mate.
Not the sort of thing.
Why don't you tell us?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Anyway, the other day she showed. Made my. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to there. You got what you came.
All right.
なるほど。職人としてのプライドが。
I always thought of old Black. Didn't think.
Blackthorn's always taken pride. Something tells me if he has doubts.
I couldn't agree.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. First thing...
そういうクエスト
So,
か。
we find a cuirass, give it to Blackthorn, then he works out how to make it and goes back to being his surly old self, right?
お、なんかプラスマークついてる、こっちも。
Karen.
あ、これがカロン
Haven't
か。
Blackthorn mentioned...
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, didn't think Blackthorn cared for it, but it were nicely put together, that's for certain. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to
言
pay.
っちまったよ。
We don't know where we might...
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd
ダル
one.
メキア。
Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out
Hey.
tracking big.
I see.
He did tell me something. Apparently, His next commission's for a
ボ
set of
ズメアの
griffin-hide
皮
green.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it.
ザンブレク領で
Now
見
where
た。
the bleeding hell was it sighted?
あ、これでリスキーモブが更新され。
Thank
まあ
you,
一石
Karen.
二鳥ですね。リスキーモブも
At
やっ
least you admit
て
it.
なんか装備につながりそうな
Sounds like
こ
going
ともで
after
きる
that。griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that.
Good idea.
おーい。で、お前を新商品
Is it business?
入れたの
Or
か
pleasure?
なんか。相変わらずないな。ギルを 35%、経験値 15%。オーケストリオンフだけ高いんだよな。これだけちょっと金見合ってないんですよ。
Finished, are you?
こっちのサブクエもありますと。I didn't take you for a scholarly vet.
Oh, this? I borrowed it from old tomes.
魔
Seems there's
物
no
の調
creature.
理法。
Oh, where's your sense of adventure? From spit roasts?
If it's
Well, I'm no hunter, but you're made of sternness.
something.
Fantastic.
So,
Chances. The only problem? A beast, no doubt. Most likely something.
does the book say?
Well, only that the sweetest violets.
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something.
マーサの宿の。いろいろちょっとやることが増えてきましたね。まあ、手紙。そうですね、手紙見とくか。動画の時間もだいぶ来てるので、一旦ここら辺を今回は調べて、次回終わり、サブクエちょっと消化ですかね。ウェイト。またガブからか。いいから、この、じゃあガブ手紙よこしすぎなんだよな。ジルが手紙よこせよ。この主人、広い部屋持ってるけど、一向に家に帰らねえからな。でもなんか作れないかな。素材。これなんだ？
I always thought I could see.
素材取ってきたけど、いっぱい。特にないんだな。強化もできないし。ダメだ、こいつ腕がなまっとるわ。腕がなまってんな。数年間何も新しいもん作らない。まあ、リスキーモブとマーサの宿の肉ですね。これを2つをやっていきましょう。なんで都合よく手配書が。ロストウィンからノルバーン砦へ向かう道中で林道を揺らすほどの激しい風と魔獣の叫びが耳に届いた。ロストウィングからノルバーン砦ね。じゃあ一旦今回はこの辺にしておきましょうかね。はい。次回は先ほどのリスキーモブを倒して、あとは肉ですね。肉の入手をやっていきましょう。それでは次回またよろしくお願いします。